Hey, so cool thing coming up. We've got a guest on the West Her Hotline. Erica Raepple joins us from Special Olympics New York because there's an event coming up at the stadium. And Highmark Stadium, we've got to get the name right, Howard.
Yeah, that's good. We're going to have to adjust to
Highmark
that.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Erica, it's Jeremy and Howard. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the Sun Bowl. There's a big event coming up, right, at the Highmark Stadium regarding Special Olympics of New York.
Yeah, absolutely. So I keep calling it the Ralph, too, and I have to remember it's Highmark Stadium. So we are hosting a 6-on-6 flag football tournament down on the field, and it supports Special Olympics and all of our local athletes, but it's open to the general public. We have 6 different divisions that people can play in. You can play in your middle school, high school, professional, which is our most competitive, co-ed, where you have to have 2 females on the field at all times, first responders, and amateur, which is just kind of a fun league. And each team is guaranteed 3 games down on Highmark Stadium, which is a really awesome opportunity.
And this is the 26th and 27th of... what are the deadlines for this? For the date for actually showing up? What stage are we for sign-ups for anyone that has athletes that could be a part of this?
Yeah, so the event is June 26th and 27th, and registration's still open right now if people want to play. We have more spots available for Sunday, June 27th, and we do the 26th, but there is no deadline. So if there's teams that are interested in playing, we welcome them. We do ask, it is a fundraising event for Special Olympics, so there is a minimum that each team needs to raise. But it's pretty easy. I mean, if you get that experience, I mean, I know I'm a Bill season ticket holder, and I paid more to sit in the stands than be down on the field. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun. Like, we announce you, you run out of the tunnel, you get that experience down on the field, and you get to experience what, most people don't.
I was texting Jeremy, Erica. I think Special Olympics, it's so cool to see that. We have friends of ours whose child has competed for years in the Special Olympics. The summer games like track and field, softball throw, all this stuff. And it is just awesome to go out and see the joy in all their faces to compete and the medals and everybody together and all the friends they make. So I know there was a little stretch there where funding and what's happening with Special Olympics in the state, they were going through some issues, but I can't, it's awesome. I'm just glad to hear you're talking about it, and anybody, you can tell people how they can donate because it does mean a lot to so many of these kids.
Yeah, so actually, Special Olympics New York, we are the largest chapter in North America. We have over 68,000 athletes that we provide sports and training for. So right here in Buffalo, we have almost 5,000 athletes, which is incredible. And we don't charge our athletes to train or compete. So when they do go to different games and they go to the spring games and everything like that, Special Olympics pays for all of that. We pay for their training and their competition. So if there's anyone that does want to participate, they can just go to buffalosnowbowl.org. This year we had to change it to the Sun Bowl because it's in June, and if it snows in June, I think we're all going to move down to Florida. So.
Is it normally it normally is in like the winter months, but this one moved?
Yes. Yep. So because of COVID, we had to move it. It's usually in March or April, but this year it's going to be in June, so we're hoping to get Bill's Mafia out there and representing and having a good time. This is such a fun event, and you can tailgate in between games. Your kids can have that experience of playing down on the field, running out of the tunnel, and it all benefits Special Olympics, and all of the funds raised stay local.
I was curious about that because, of course, there would be a national chapter for Special Olympics, but when people do make donations and if they want to make sure it's local or even it has to go into New York State, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so this event is sponsored by Special Olympics New York. So everything that is raised by this event stays right here in Western New York. So if they do want to get more involved, or if they, want to check out different areas in in New York State, they can just go to specialolympicsny.org. But if they want to sign up for the event or donate specifically to the event or come out and volunteer, that website again is buffalosnowbowl.org.
All right.
Very good.
BuffaloSnowbowl.org. And again, it's June 26th and 27th for the 2 dates. Saturday, hosting all the teams registered for the 2020 Buffalo Snow Bowl. Wait, 2021. I
What year is this? This is 2021.
I don't even know what year it is anymore.
No, I do too. It is 2021, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
all
you
right,
know,
BuffaloSnowBowl.org.
And Eric, I know years ago, like there was a really big Special Olympic event, like there were the Olympics hosted over at maybe UB. Do you guys still have like teams from all across the state gathering in one particular area and competing?
Yeah, so the interesting thing about Special Olympics, it's not just one event. So in a normal year, we have about 20 competitions just in Western New York, spread out through Western New York. So our state games do travel, and we have state summer games, which were in Buffalo from 2012 to 2014. They are actually, hopefully, we're going to be able to get back to normal, and they'll be in Syracuse next year. But we have our summer games, our winter games, and our fall games.
Very good.
That travel throughout the state. But all the funds that raised through events like this and our Polar Plunge, which is pretty iconic, go to support our local athletes, and it costs about $500 to support one athlete per sport per season. So we do fun events like the Buffalo Sun Bowl and the Polar Plunge, and we're doing a longest drive competition as well, just to kind of get to help our athletes out and get them back in the game.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck, and again, BuffaloSnowBowl.org for anyone that wants to get involved. Thanks, Erica.
Great. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you too. Great organization. Really, it's so cool to just see. Like I said, I mean, again, it's competing, right? Nobody's worries about who's first or second or third or fourth, and just the joy in the faces of the kids when they're they're doing their long jump and all the different.